Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City today at Protective Stadium as a couple of teams look to walk away as champions of the Birmingham Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Razorbacks offense will take the field first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That's the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win, so it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost. Immediately short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Out of the shotgun on third down. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game. We're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's down. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile.
Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Gets it out fast. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to...
Turning on the Jets! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people...
Turning it on! And he's still running. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make play.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really. Screen pass.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Out of the gun, the inside give. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Snagged out of the air. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll leave it with him. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got it in the middle, it's down. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run... Forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll try the run. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing. Got it down to the 3.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
He'll keep it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The Hokies are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Makes the grab. It's Woodside. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to have a lot of confidence in your offensive line to go for it in that situation.
And down he goes back at the 3.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness we still had a little space left.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Maybe just trying to get some breathing room to kick it away. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed. Defense, and now it's 4th down. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Razorbacks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to buy time. And down he goes. Trying to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man. It's Reese. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. That catch would have given him the first down, but just... We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's down. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The offense will quickly use a timeout. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Wants to go up top on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on second down. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an entertaining first half. And always such a fun and vibrant environment there in Birmingham at the Birmingham Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the second half of the Birmingham Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, Dave, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Reese. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Woodside. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Hokies have it in scoring position on first and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Under fire. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Quick toss to the right. At the 45 on his way. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Dell. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Dell. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. They're working that left side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down, and you're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
From the gun, the ground game. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. On target to the left. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We reach the break. Arkansas has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physical.
Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right.
He's got it down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the cover.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on 1st down to the pass and getting the sack.
And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Gonna run it. It's Reese. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Hokies want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to keep it in the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Oh, he's got some space. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Hokies have their offense in high gear. Finds his man. It's Reese. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They get to the line quickly.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and
a shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Caught over the middle. It's down. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never
lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Caught in the backfield, it's Reese. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on fourth. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Woodside. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Gonna look downfield again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It is perfect. It's now a one-possession game, 16-10. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Continues to fight for yards. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Looking to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Smack! And another broken tackle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Razorbacks inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is got some room into the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.